interviewing Catherine Ahrensberg.
That's me.
That's her with Simple.Honest.Design. And I stumbled across her on social media a few months ago and realized that her business and my business are similar in that Catherine helps homeowners to edit down their exterior spaces, figure out what to keep, what to donate, what really works, and then she organizes the process of getting your exterior spaces beautiful.
Yep.
And so I just thought it would be fun to interview her today, and it would help my listeners and my followers, and hers also, okay, with how do you even go about doing this? Because you know me, I like to do everything in an organized fashion, whether it's vacation, travel, exterior, interior, meal planning. I like order. So I thought it'd be fun to talk to her about the process. So tell us a little bit about the process of when you go to a homeowner. Hey, we're outside because we thought it would be fun. So we're gonna have a little road noise, so just ignore it.
But look how mid-towny we look with our chipped paint wall.
So we think this is cool.
I love it.
All right. So Catherine,
Yes.
When you go to a homeowner, how do you help the very beginning process of helping them to decide what is clutter in an exterior space?
Well, I think that most homeowners just don't know where to start, and they've had their stuff for so long. I think you probably see it in your interior spaces too. Like you've lived with your stuff for so long that you don't even know what looks like it's clutter and what doesn't. You know, they have their blinders on, or they have some different vision. I don't know.
Yes.
So usually they very heavily let me say what's, you know, if you have 27 pots, like do we need 27 pots? You know,
that's clutter.
Do we need 3 lawnmowers, or, you know, whatever. Like it always comes down to being honest about what it is that you own and what you really need, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I know that you and we just talked about before we went on camera how different generations are.
Yes.
And what we need. So your generation tends to keep the
We keep everything.
Well, and you love the sentimentality behind
We
it, which
do.
is fine. I mean, different generations, and my generation is very much like disposable, throw it away,
Yes.
and
Get something new next year.
Like I don't need it right now. If I need another one, I'll buy it next year.
Your generation is not going to fill the attic
No.
or the
100%
storage
no.
shed
No.
with all the pots and furniture.
No. Yeah. So I think it also depends on what age the client is or where they are generationally. If their grandparents want to keep all their stuff. So, you know, editing down depends on
The age of your client.
the age of your client. Yeah.
I like that. It's very true.
It is very true. But overall, I think that we all, again, a lot of this is like being honest with yourself. A lot of times with budget, I mean, all these things come into play with being truly honest with yourself. But I think a lot of times people go on Pinterest and they see these really beautiful pictures of everything's blooming and there's 100 planters together and all these different things, and they go, that's what I want.
But that's not instant.
It's not instant, but also that's a moment in time. Someone took that photo in the spring when everything was blooming, but every, you know, the rest of the year it's going to be like half dead plants and you've got to water that planter, you know. So a lot of my job is bringing people from what they see on Pinterest and want there and what the reality is of what they can maintain. Because the number one thing that people tell me is, I don't want any maintenance. And then they show me a picture and I'm like, that is maximum maintenance. That is maximum maintenance. You don't. So a lot of my job is just like telling people what the difference between the picture that they see on Pinterest that they want and what can actually happen, because plants grow. This is not an interior space where you put a couch there, you put a table there, and they stay, right?
Oh, no.
You put that plant there and then it gets bigger. It grows.
Something has to happen.
Something has to happen. It gets bigger. And suddenly it doesn't look like that Pinterest picture anymore. You know, in Pinterest, when you put the coffee table there and the chairs there, it looks like Pinterest. But
what I'm hearing you say is you educate.
Yes.
A large part of your job is
Yes.
helping somebody get from something that was on Pinterest to reality, and the gap right there is education.
Yes. And I mean, it's the experience of not just my own home, but dealing with clients over all this time. And listening to contractors too, other people in the field who have gone through this stuff, and relay the information to the frustrations of what they're having to deal with, and then I try to use that information to further educate as we go down the road. There's still stuff I haven't experienced yet, but for now.
So you can see how I think what we do is similar. She is starting with the editing down process. She's starting with the reality of the end goal.
And sometimes it's not,
Go ahead.
to interrupt. It's not necessarily even the editing down from a stuff standpoint in mind. It's the mental editing down, right? You think you want something big, and then you really need to bring it down to something more simple. So
Like that.
maybe it's not physical stuff. Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have the people who hoard, like I said, planters, or they go to my favorite, and not really sarcastically my favorite, is the horticulture shit. What do you call it? Botanical garden.
Yes.
They go to the botanical garden and they buy like a trunk load of all the things, and then they don't know what they're going to do with it. Remember, okay, so the other day on my Facebook, we had been kind of going back and forth about when you organize your interior space and you start decluttering, and then you start buying containers to contain the stuff.
This is what happens in my business, Catherine. Women have good intentions, and they go out and they purchase all these containers. They don't know where they're putting them.
Right.
They don't even know what's going in them. But
They're
they're,
just
at home goods. They're at home goods.
Right.
And they're like, and
all
they
the
come home
acrylic.
and they're like, what do I do with this?
All the acrylic, all the Tupperware.
Give it to me.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I'm gonna put some
they
things
don't know
in
where
here.
they're gonna put
I'm
it.
gonna get organized, and they get it home, and it's like, oh, my shampoo bottles don't fit in there, or they look way too small in that giant container. It's just like too much. Okay, so I have to say, on the opposite end of things, people go to the botanical garden sale and they buy like a trunk load of
It
plants.
looks pretty.
And then they come to me and they say, can you fit these in? And I'm like, that's not how it works. We have to decide how you're going to use your space, and then we put all the pieces together to fit in the space according to how you're going to use it and what makes most sense for you. You probably just bought a bunch of plants that are high maintenance, and you just told me you don't want high maintenance. You just told me you want low maintenance.
See, that's the organizing process. This is why if I ever were going to do anything exterior, I would just hire Catherine, because even though my brain thinks, I wouldn't know. I don't have knowledge about plants. I would be the Pinterest girl, and I would be that person.
You think you want all the things, and then...
Yes.
I mean, the picture looks really pretty of the pool with the giant oak tree over it, because they fished all the leaves out of the pool before they took the picture, you know? But I'm fully... I see that shade over that pool, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be so much maintenance.
Yes. Yes.
And roots in your pool, you know, that roots are going to grow in your...
Yeah. Ruin the concrete.
It is the education end of things, and the... just like the reality and the honesty behind all of it.
Yes.
I'm gonna smack you with some honesty if you come in. That's
I love
show.
this.
Simple.Honest.Design. That's what
Yes,
I call
she
it.
has a YouTube channel called Simple.Honest.Design. I even love that tagline.
That
Simple.
came from my college friends.
That came from her college friends.
They're so great.
You know, would that work in the organizing world, girls? Simple, honest design.
It could work for a lot of things.
It could work for a lot of
Which
things.
is why it works against me sometimes, but then sometimes it's good, because then I can go into, we can talk about home organization if we want, and not just exterior stuff. But
Yes. Yes, and actually the last couple of days she's been organizing some of her spaces, and I've been her cheerleader, like whoop whoop.
Oh gosh, y'all.
Her makeup drawer, her Tupperware drawer, and I'm like, you know what? She thinks like this.
Yeah, I do. It's just, I think for me, that end of things, I was self-analyzing this morning. I'm like, why am I suddenly organizing all my things? I think it's because our house construction is kind of slowly moving along right now, and I need something to happen. So I'm opening up all my cabinets. And
What you can control.
I'm a little bit of a control freak.
I mean, when my life is crazy out of order, I organize a drawer.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I have control of this drawer. I'm going to reorganize this drawer that I've already organized like 15 times in my lifetime. But you know what?
But there's always something to
I'm getting rid of that spatula.
Yep.
Don't need it. And then I feel so good.
I know. It feels good to you. See? It's something our generations can agree on.
Yes.
Getting rid of a spatula.
Yes, it's therapy.
You know who has some beautiful spatulas right now? Have you seen Chrissy Teigen's line at Target?
No.
Oh my god. They're like, not spatulas, but she has the spoons, like the ladles. This beautiful, like,
Target is dangerous for me.
Stained walnut handle and like a sage green rubber handle.
Sage green is my signature color. Sage green is like in my brand.
And
she
like,
shouldn't have told me that.
It's not La Crusette, but she's got like this ceramic or whatever you call it. Is it cast? I don't know, whatever its material is, but it's like that sage green color.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, go look at her line at Target.
I have this thing about Target. There's $100 cover charge to walk through the front door. So don't walk through the front door if you don't have $100.
Yeah, it's
a cover charge.
It's true. But what's helpful though is in our business we're shopping for clients a lot, and so you feel like you can get a little bit of retail therapy out, and you're buying it for clients. So you're gonna get reimbursed. It's fine.
Yes.
Ooh, that's the reality. We're getting stuff dropped on us.
Anything else that you would want to educate our listeners about in the process of what you do?
Oh, all the time, every day. There's lots of things. You guys can go to my Instagram. I am Catherine Aaronsberg on Instagram. I am Simple.Honest.Design on YouTube, and I am Catherine Aaronsberg on Facebook. And I put up daily content and educate on all the things that I'm doing. Instagram is always the daily stuff that I'm doing, and then Facebook and YouTube is the daily content on just like beautifying everybody's life and educating you on things like Kelvin temperatures, because who knew? Did you see the Kelvin temperatures video?
No, but she does videos that I love to watch, and they're short. She did one on outdoor pillows. I loved it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh yes.
Yeah, how to shop for outdoor pillows, how to keep them weatherproof and all that good stuff. We just teach you all things about outdoor stuff.
Yes, and we live in the South. Okay, we have outdoor spaces.
It's the harshest climate.
Yeah,
for
humidity,
all that stuff.
mold.
Yes.
So I just thought you girls are. I'm saying girls, okay, followers, men,
girls.
Women, okay.
Mine are all girls too.
Mine are all girls too. I'm trying to be more gender neutral, okay, but I thought y'all would enjoy meeting Catherine and hearing about what she does, because it is similar to what I do. She just helps you with your exterior design spaces, and she does pretty patios, and you can learn a lot by following her.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining in today. Thanks for watching. Yes. Now, how can they find you? Tell them again.
Okay, Instagram is Catherine Aaronsberg with a B-E-R-G, not a U-R-G. Also, Facebook is Catherine Aaronsberg, and YouTube is Simple.Honest.Design. Y'all come follow me.
Go watch her YouTube videos.
And for my followers who are watching this video, go follow Order Your Spaces. I keep calling it Order My Spaces.
People do that, and people say organize your spaces, because
that's
that makes sense. That makes sense,
spaces.
but it's not. It's order your spaces.
And it's candy.
And it's candy with a K.
Yes, with a K.
And I'm also on Facebook, Instagram. I don't have a YouTube channel.
We need to get you one of those.
I would love talking on YouTube. So maybe she'll teach me some YouTube tricks.
Yeah, we'll
I mean, I do have 35 videos on Facebook.
We'll throw them on YouTube.
We'll have to talk.
Okay.
We'll have to talk. I mean, I do have 35. All right, bye now. Thanks for joining in.
Bye.